What kind of ATV was this?
According to the ad, because when I got it, I actually purchased it from someone from a military base. Whatever he said on the ad, and in fact, he didn't even get a chance to send me the pink slip.
Where in the ad does it say that it runs perfectly, ma'am?
On page 8.
Page 8? This quad runs perfect.
Yes.
That's what you saw?
Yes.
And, sir, you were selling it for $700 originally, correct?
Actually, initially, I think it was $800, somewhere
800?
around there, yes.
Okay. You ended up agreeing to, what, $600?
Yes, $600, and then I gave him gas money to deliver it.
And you couldn't go pick it up, why?
My truck was having issues, and I didn't want to take it that far to his house and end up breaking down.
Sir, when you were on your way to deliver this ATV, you got into an issue with your car.
Yes, when I was on the freeway getting ready to merge off, my tire had popped. So I pulled over, I called her, let her know that I was still en route, and I had a flat. They actually came to assist me. In fact, she took the tire off or whatever she did, so that was outstanding, but they both helped me. And then after that, I even started the bike up. We couldn't ride it because it was like a residential area. Actually, it was a gas station, and they seen that it did run.
So you can't ride ATVs in public streets?
No, it's an off-road vehicle.
An off-road vehicle?
Correct.
So
We were at a gas station. There was a lot of officers out there. Something had occurred.
So if you didn't have a flat tire and you got to your house, you would have actually tried to ride it on your property?
Yes.
But you couldn't do that at a gas station?
Correct.
Was your tire fixed?
Yes.
Could
yes.
y'all not
I put
have
the
just...
spare on.
How far were you from home?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Could you not have, had him follow you home so that you could test drive it?
He said he had to get back home.
So you started the engine and you let it run for how long?
Maybe a minute or two.
You were happy with it?
Yeah, I mean, it started right up because we've bought in quads before that needed work, and they start up, and then they just, they wouldn't start, and this one started, and he said it ran perfectly, so I was like, okay, well, that's a plus.
So he said it again.
Starting, yeah.
May I?
Yes.
Actually, they didn't even care about it starting. When I brought it out and I wanted to start it up, they were ready to go as well, so I don't even think that was important. They just took me for my word.
So when you got home, did you try to drive it that night, or was it the next day?
It was that night when we got home. I believe it was about 10 or 11 when we got home that night. And he took it out and he rode it, and then in 5 minutes it just died. And he tried to start it again.
So he was on the bike riding. This is your boyfriend?
Yes.
Do you mind stepping up to the podium? So you know a little something about ATVs?
Yeah, I know a little bit.
And you tried to ride the bike, and how long were you riding around for?
Well, I just did like 2 laps there on the driveway. And the bike just shut off and it didn't want to start no more.
And what did you do next? Did you call him immediately, or did you call the next day?
I believe it was the next morning. That's when he said that he had another battery that he could, give to us to try it out. And I said, okay.
And how did you send this battery to them?
First of all, they were supposed to come get the battery from my mom's house. They couldn't come right away because, I have the timelines and all that. So I think about 3 weeks later, I brought it to Barstow, and he met me at the courthouse. So he came and got the battery. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks later.
You got the battery 3 weeks later?
No, Your Honor. I believe it was maybe 2 days later, I believe it was.
Okay, that's a huge difference. You're saying 2 to 3 weeks, and you're saying 2 days.
Yeah, it was on the...
I'll tell you right now, everything's here.
So are we talking about, because I know there was 2 batteries that you supplied them.
Yeah, it came with a battery, and then I said, I'll give you another one as a courtesy. And it was brand new.
Is that right?
Yeah,
so it was just one battery?
It wasn't as a courtesy. It was because he knew that the bike was no good.
Okay, we're gonna make that determination. Okay. What I'm asking is, did you get the battery from him, the one battery, 2 days later or 2 weeks?
We got the battery about like a week later. Because
okay, so a week later now?
Like a week later.
After you provided a battery to them, it didn't work. That wasn't fixing the issue, right?
Correct.
So then you suggested it was something else, a
I suggested
stator?
perhaps a stator, perhaps.
Stator, okay.
And I was willing to provide that, but if you read the text message, time went on where they weren't concerned. They stopped communicating with me. I'm going to be the one out of courtesy to buy it. And then he finally contacts me, like maybe 2 months later, that he said he's going to take me to court. I just stopped.
What took you so long to buy it if you offered?
Well, because they weren't very concerned.
Well, you said you were going to buy it, so
but watch
they were probably
this.
waiting.
Also, that's very true, but watch this. Also, he said in here that he's willing to have something of value. So I offered him a go-kart. So this is exactly what I provided. It's on page 21.
You didn't provide it. You asked them for more money for it.
I did.
Right. They don't want to buy another vehicle.
But watch this. He also said even if he has to add more money. So I'm trying to work with him.
Okay, watch this. Where was the stator?